A man went into a doctor in the Midlands, and the doctor said, "Well, how are you feeling?" He said, "Well, it's funny you should ask me that, doctor, because I was just going to tell you. I don't feel well at all. I tell you," he said, I broke a tooth. Broke a tooth in the shower." He said, "Why did you slip?" "No, I didn't slip, no. I was trying to open one of them sachets of shampoo." And he said, "But otherwise," "Well," he said, "I don't feel that hot." And I'll tell you now an amazing coincidence. Last summer I was telling you like I wasn't feeling all that good. And the cause of it all, I see he's back in Ireland again. That chap, Stephen Roach, did you see? He come over today. And he brought the French president with him for to have a look around the place. So he'll hardly buy it, but sure, wouldn't have that luck. But sure, anyway, Tony O'Reilly wouldn't sell anyhow. No, but I mean, that man broke my heart last summer because I was feeling depressed, and the only thing I had was watching the sports on the television, and it was great, like Match of the Day and all that, like dee all that kind of thing. And then suddenly it was all cycling, Every time you turned on the television, there was Stephen Roach riding bikes and drinking milk, like the other fella Sean Kelly behind him eating cheese trying to catch up with him. And I mean, a little goes a long way, but I mean, you put it on 4 hours later, geez, there they were again. And they're going up mountains and down mountains, and we're going on forever, I mean, I tell you, and they went up mountains, up the Alps they went, and they had helicopters out looking for them, Only they couldn't find them because they kept swapping each other's gansies and no one knew who was who. And then I began to call, so I was getting the hang of it, because I was watching him one day, and a fellow come round the corner of a mountain, on his own, he was going up hell for leather. I said, "Come on yourself, there's no one near you," About 2,000 come around the mountain, and a good mile and a half behind him, and I said, go on, you'll get it." But it turned out that he was last. They were only, anyhow, this was, I tell you this now, doctor, I went on my holidays, and I come back and I turned on the television, the bloody race was still going on. And it must have been 2 months at this stage. And then RTE got to hear about it. And they sent Jimmy McGee out to do a commentary on it, and that made it even longer, But anyhow, finally they got to Paris, which apparently was where they were trying to get the whole time. And they were going, and they were come to the Champs-Élysées, that was that's the main street in Paris, and they had the finishing post up on the top of the street, and they come around the corner about 4,000 up the top of the street, and they missed it. They went back down. And this was happening, and McGee was getting apoplexy, and coming up, and they go around it again. And finally, your man Roach stood up in the stirrup, and he spotted it, and he threw up his hands. They said, "Oh my God, he spotted it, he's the winner," you see. And everyone was delighted, and they played the national anthem and everything like that, and McGee goes over to have a chat. Of course, not with Stephen Roach, not at all, over to Charlie Haughey. So wasn't that a great ride, Taoiseach? He said it was, he said, and the cycling was magnificent as well. But anyhow, that's why I don't like him. I mean, he's welcome home and all that, but he ruined the summer on me.